meditation time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. There it is. Okay. So, we have kind of gone the path this week of natural meditation, just natural awareness meditation, meaning that we are pointing our awareness, you are pointing your awareness into this moment, the one that you're living in right now, not in the past, not in the future. So kind of releasing and relaxing, letting go of things like trauma, letting things go that feel like baggage, or for me, there's a little voice in my head when I am trying or somewhat trying that tells me not good enough, not good enough. So there's that little voice in the back of my head that says I'm not good enough, that I'm not prepared, that's future thinking, or that I didn't achieve and I haven't achieved the status to be worth this moment. That's a big nugget. It took me years to get there, but I recognize that voice. And I can just let it go. It's there. I don't have to ignore it. I don't have to turn away from it. I can hear it and just react accordingly. I know that it's just a voice that is conditioned in my psyche, in my brain, and I can let go of that. Sometimes it, creeps up, but, for the better part, I get to let go of it because of natural awareness and pointing my attention to this moment where reactivity and reactions are happening. So I can get ahead of things like that rather than just sort of unconsciously following the pull of, a conditioned behavior. So you get ahead of it and make adjustments as needed. That's the guts of it. So natural awareness. We start out here and now. We use the tools of breath for one. And we started out on Tuesday with just a 4-4 breath, breathing in for 4, breathing out for 4, breathing in for 4, breathing out for 4, counting it down in your head, and just letting the plane land. Just get the wheels on the ground, which is helpful. So we used that breath, simple breath, balancing breath, no matter if you're anxious or depressed, or feeling low or feeling really restless. Somewhere in the middle is okayness. So we're striving for okayness, not trying to go from despair to overjoyed. Those are two extremes. So we're just looking for the middle of the road. So okayness, perpetual okayness is what we're cultivating. So it's not that we are complacent or that we just accept bad things or get kicked around. That's not it at all. But we're okay and understanding the entire picture. We know that someone is reacting and causing a stir over here, but it is our own reactivity that we can control. So we balance it into the middle path, right in the middle. So we let things come and go. Just, that's a thing, let it come, let it go. It's on its own, right? So on Wednesday, excuse me, on Wednesday, we added a little internal silent mantra to that breath work. So instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, we used here, now, awake, aware. Here, now, awake, aware, to remind us to be here and now, awake and aware in this present moment, even if it seems boring and mundane. We just keep, during this exercise, pointing our attention right here. So, yesterday we added some loving kindness and compassion for self and other. We didn't go further than, a treasured loved one and ourselves, because I believe that you really need to plant the seed and cultivate and nurture the seed of compassion and loving kindness within yourself, so you have a bumper crop to share with everyone else, or you just become depleted by giving it all away and not giving it to yourself. So you start out with self. So we added that. Today we're going to add something that has been really helpful for me, because I've been meditating for a long time, but when I started meditating with others, this became a continued distraction, and it was sound. It was sound of other people. It was sound of being in spaces where the air conditioner rattles, or somebody's yelling their head off in a hallway, not realizing that there are 100 people meditating in a room. So instead of getting agitated and getting tripped, we use the sound as a focus. You know that sound is happening right here and now because it's pushing your buttons. So we can just allow that sound to come and go. So sound awareness meditation has been very calming for me, and it's allowed me to meditate in a lot of crazy places like LaGuardia in New York, days after a holiday. It was pretty crazy, and I just sat there. It was pretty entertaining. So we're going to use sound awareness meditation today, and as you can tell, I turned on my little magic wind chimes over here to add a little ambient sound, and I've got some little noise makers and this lovely tongue drum that I will just kind of sporadically introduce into our space, our environment. So when you hear a sound, you will react. Your brain is wired to react, to discern in that moment if you're in danger. So don't scold yourself, or don't scold your mind for being startled by a sound, or being even agitated or triggered by a sound. In fact, just look at the reaction as it arises. It's happening in this moment, and rather than having it be an unconscious, conditioned response that puts you into a constant state of suffering, you can just be inquisitive and curious. That's what it's like to hear sound, and that's what it's like to react to sound in negative, positive, or neutral ways. So we're going to do that today. So I'm going to ring this bell 3 times, and we want to straighten our spine and take a few deep breaths. Close your eyes and be here and now, awake and aware. Let the breath come and go, feeling the full breath into your belly and your chest. Let Let that breath evenly come and go, finding its own natural rhythm as you focus your attention to here and now, in this moment, where all of your senses are aware. You can settle your attention on the sensation of sound and of hearing. Your mind will look to identify and label sounds. You can allow that reaction to happen and then let it go. Let it go, let it drift. Let the sound awaken and settle, all on its own. You can be aware of the sound of your own breath and the sound of my voice. Allow all the sounds in the room around you, as far as you can hear. Allow those sounds and the sensation of hearing be conscious of your reactions and let them go. Find peace and ease within each moment. Not attaching to a sound. Not even discerning whether it's pleasant or sour. Stay here and now. Continue to return your attention to this present moment. So I hope that you're able to use that rather than allowing it to be an instigator of unconscious reaction, that you can use the awareness of sound to bring you into this moment. Each sensation, whether it be sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, or even the thoughts that are arising, are all in this moment. So you can really use any sense and sensation as your invitation to this moment, rather than it being an invitation of a thought that takes you to the past or takes you into the future and creates some anxiety or depression or evokes another emotion or a memory. It's all right to have emotions and memories. Just be aware that they are occurring in your awakened awareness. It's good. If you want to do more with sound specifically, drop me an email at that little email that's on your screen right around there, and I will email you a file, a sound file, an MP3 of a track that I recorded that uses some ocean sounds and some beautiful piano and some theta wave binaural instigation. That's a kind of a bass line in there. But it's a really nice way to introduce yourself into a sound meditation. The theta wave instigation kind of helps you just immediately settle in. So if you're having trouble staying in your meditation practice, something like that can really help. So if you're interested in that, I'll send that to you. Just email me and let me know, and I'm happy to share. I've been using it recently, and I've found it to be quite helpful. It's an homage to an early guided cassette tape that I had on meditation. It had some subliminal things in it that were supposed to help you lose weight or something, but it was lovely. So it's a good memory, and I recreated it into something for me and you if you'd like it. So anyway, that's that. I'll be back here tomorrow at 2:30 for another meditation, and tomorrow we'll do a panoramic sensory meditation where we incorporate not only sound but all of our senses into this present moment and invite them all into our awakening. So join me, and then I'll be here on Sunday morning for our weekly Dharma practice. And I'll see you